Okay, family, I am making some nachos, but like I was telling you in the previous video, when you're cooking with ground beef, you see all the fat that it has in your meat. You never, ever, ever, and I've seen it in a few videos, that people don't pour off this grease off the ground beef. You have to pour this grease off the ground beef before you begin to season it. Otherwise, you're consuming all this extra fat and grease in your meal. You don't want to do that. So you don't want to do that. So you need to pour this off prior to seasoning, prior to putting in your onion and all that stuff. You don't want to do that first, because otherwise you're just eating all this extra grease, and we don't want to do that. But in this nacho mixture, you can also use ground turkey. You will cook it the same way. It just, of course, has less fat by far than ground beef. But if your get down is to cook with ground turkey, then use ground turkey, but you're still gonna cook it all the same. Okay, family, this is what I mean by putting your Velveeta in cubes. You simply cut down the center, and you're just making blocks. Simply just making blocks. You see, of your Velveeta. Now, Velveeta also comes in 2%. I bought the small ones because I'm only going to use one of them in here. I'm only cooking 3 pounds of ground beef. So I'm cooking 3 pounds of ground beef, and I'm cooking the 16 ounce of the Velveeta. And it also comes in 2%. It also comes in a Mexican blend. The Mexican blend is very tasty, especially with your nachos. It's really, really good. But they just didn't have it today when I went to the store. So I simply got what they had. But by you putting the taco seasoning mix inside of there, by you putting this in there, it works just as good. It makes it just as tasty as the Mexican cheese. So whether or not you have the Mexican cheese or not, once you add the seasoned meat, it's all the while going to be good anyway. And also I diced up some green onions. Okay. I'm going to put this in my meat as well while it's frying. So let me drain the meat, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, family. Now I have rinsed off, I have drained the ground beef. Whereas you see it's just a tiny smidge of oil at the bottom. And that's fine, because I'm going to leave that in there. I want to add that to my pot liquor anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my green onions and toss those guys up in there like that. Okay. Smells good. Smells good, doesn't it, Button? Okay. So, and then what we're going to do is we're using the Lawry's taco seasoning mix. Hold on, babe. We're making 3 pounds of ground beef, okay? So, and then these packets are good for 1 pound of meat. But I'm not going to use 3. Because, is somebody at the door? Okay. Because, I'm not going to use 3 because it'll be, you don't want it salty either. Because, when you're adding cheese also has a little extra sodium. An extra little get down with it, so we don't want to do that. You just want to add a little water into here to, swish that around a little bit to get that extra that's in there like that. Okay.
What's that blue thing?
No, that's green, baby. That's the green onion.
What's that blue thing?
Oh, a rubber band. Okay. We sauteed our onions a little bit into our seasoned meat. Now we're going to Okay. 3 pounds of meat is good enough because this is just, you know, for the kids to have a little extra something. And this is also a good little dish that you're cooking if you want to, you know, you guys are watching a game and, you know, and you want a nice little dish to watch the game with. Football season is coming, you know, and stuff like that. So you want to,
It's still at 0.
huh?
It's still at 0.
Yeah, yeah, because it's 1 minute and 4 seconds. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're now going to add our cheese, okay? Now on this Velveeta, I did cut them a little bit smaller. Let me show you. I cut them a little bit smaller. So you want to add your Velveeta in there. Now with the Velveeta, with the 3 pounds of meat, I simply used a 16 ounces of Velveeta, the small box, this guy. Okay. Now we also need to add a little bit of milk into here. Hold on 1 second, family. Jeez, your dad bought a lot of orange juice. He bought a lot of orange
He
juice.
got mad at it. I'll tell you after the video.
Okay. Okay, that's enough milk. Because you really want this to kind of cream up. Oh, I had some more Velveeta. I had a big Velveeta in the refrigerator. I didn't even know I had it. Y'all see what kind of shopper I am? Now here I had this in the refrigerator. Didn't even know it. And I went today and bought 2 little ones. I didn't know I had that.
I'll go back to your money.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let this go for a little bit. And if you choose to have it a little bit more cheesier, then you could do so. I might just add that extra cheese. But anyway, once you add your cheese in there like this, and the milk and everything, you simply put a lid on it. Like so. Family, I took a consensus with my kitchen helper, and we decided that we were going to get a little bit more cheese. So I just took this off of the big block, and we're just going to add some more cheese to the dish. Okay, family. Okay, family. We decided that we would add some more cheese to it. This is the way it's supposed to look. Okay, so we're adding a little bit more cheese to it to make it extra creamy. Don't move it. To make it extra creamy. You're talking about some nachos that would really make your palate dance. Your taste buds just jump to the left and to the right. Don't move it, baby. This is going to do all of that right there. I promise you. This is going to make it do all of that right there. So we're going to let that keep on working. Okay, family, this is our kitchen corner segment, whereas I wanted to show you guys the difference between the spoons, okay? This spoon right here is what you call a spaghetti spoon. This is what you dip into your spaghetti. If you're having spaghetti and meatballs, you use this spoon and you dip into your spaghetti. The spaghetti is going to hang off of it. It has the slot in the middle for the excess water to drain. So this is a spaghetti spoon. This, sorry.
It's okay.
This is what you call a ladle. Okay? This is a ladle. This is when you're dipping out your stews, your chilies, or like in this particular case with our nacho mixture, will you use your ladle and you dip it out. Also, they have ladles that go with like your punch bowls and stuff, but this is a ladle. This is a mixing slotted spoon. Okay, so when you're cooking and you don't want to really scoop stuff and have the liquids in it, just like a colander, but this is just in a spoon form. Okay, this is considered as a mixing spoon. Okay, I know we call it the big spoon. No, it's actually called a mixing spoon. This is merely your wooden slotted spoon. A lot of times you use your wooden utensils and stuff when like you have a Teflon finished cookware and you don't want to scratch the surface and things of that nature. Or you can also use these for tossed salad and you want to mix through without using your tongues, because with a salad you can also use your tongues. But if you want to toss your salad with your dressings and you want it to go through evenly, you can use what is called, this is actually a wooden salad spoon. Okay, got a little burnt, but it works. Same sense. You can use these two together and toss your salads with them. Okay, this is what you call a soup spoon, or some people will call it a cereal spoon because of the roundage to it. I particularly love this spoon here. I use this when I'm eating my ice cream. This is one of my favorite spoons here. So this is your soup spoon. So family, that is your kitchen corner moment. Bye. Okay family, this is how it's coming out and this is the way it should look. Okay, this is the way it should look. You see the cheese is still melting in it, but it's actually just merely a real meaty cheese sauce for your nachos. And this is the way it should look. Okay, now I know what you're asking by now. Auntie, you showed us all kind of different spoons. What is that you're using? Well family, this is it's actually a strainer actually, but it's a strainer, it's a spatula, and it's a spoon. So it's a mixture between those three. And actually this is my most favorite cooking utensil that I use with most dishes because it's so universal and you can use it with so many different things. And as a matter of fact, you can also get these at your 99-cents only stores. I've seen them there. I've also gotten them I got one from Ross. DD's also have a big one, a bigger size one. The diameter is about, I don't know, almost double its size, but it's beautiful. I love it. And that's for more of commercial cooking, when you're really cooking large quantities of stuff and your cookware also accommodates it. But I simply love, love, love it. And this is the perfect size for my cookware. And so I have two of these. I got one that I got from DD's, or did I get it from Ross? I don't remember. But I got one from the 99-cents only store. So I don't know which one I'm using, but they both work the same. And they're both seemingly identical to one another. So whether you paid $3 or you paid 99 cents, but this is definitely a utensil that you might want to have in your kitchen because it's very versatile and it's just good for all kinds of stuff. Alright babies, this is how you make some meaty, cheesy nachos. Okay family, we're getting ready to spoon this up. Okay, so we simply take our ladle, get a nice little heap and scoop of it, okay, and you simply just don that on top of your nachos, like so. I want a little bit more sauce, less meat, and really just kind of drizzle that over there like that. Okay. Then we want to take some green onion and simply just sprinkle these guys on top of here as a garnish. Then you would follow it up with your tomatoes if you want. a dollop of your guacamole, as I call it guac. Throw a little guac on top of there, a little dollop of daisy, a little sour cream. Throw that on top of there, and bon appetit, baby. That's what it is. This is what it do. This is Tina's meaty nachos, baby. Meaty nachos. Very, very tasty. All right, family. Enjoy. Bye.